Penny Entertainment. This the Back of the Class podcast with your host Penny. And today is a special one-on-one episode with a special close friend of mine, another comic out of New Jersey that I'm proud to have. My boy Sal, man. I was about to try to make like some crazy ass.
Don't do it.
But what's going on, man?
What's good, bro? How you been, man?
Alright. I just feel like it's a long time coming.
You already know. Take the mask off, Corona.
Yeah. Nah, it's a long time coming from the time it took even to today though. But shit, we've been waiting for a minute to get on this mic.
True. I've been busy though, bro. You already know what it is.
That's what's up.
Busy.
That's what's up. You've been busy. So I know, and that's why I got you up here, because one of the things, like shit, I got mad stuff to get into with you.
Okay.
But I just got to get this out, because this one thing that when I was going through getting ready for this, I had an epiphany.
Yeah.
And this my Arsenio and Eddie interview.
Okay. All right. Oh, I'm Eddie or you Arsenio, whatever.
No, this is the thing. On some real shit, when I was thinking about it last night, I'm like, damn. I kind of want to be Eddie too, but I'm Arsenio.
Look, I ain't gonna front. I love Arsenio, so that ain't a dig, but I'm just trying to figure out who.
Yeah, no, but that's how I based this shit off. But that's the whole effect. But nah, shit, I do feel like that because that's the main thing about this interview that make it special. We got history in comedy.
Yeah.
Which is ironic about this whole interview. Like, we know each other from high school. I came in. One of the young dudes took me in, but it went from me think he was a funny dude. A couple times you hiked on me. I had the heart to hike back, try to jump y'all hiking sessions, but
always out. I used to roast you.
It was like
I used to cook.
I'm gonna tell you, I was trying to figure out how to really think about this, but who would have knew? Because like I said, my friends always thought I was the one to be doing something comedical, and the same thing was with you. I knew it without you even telling me that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who would have knew right now we'd be doing this from the classroom? Could you imagine that back in HVAC?
Nah, I really couldn't. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of them things where I would just be myself. I just wanted to literally come to class and roast everybody. You just happened to be a candidate at the time.
But nah, that's what you was doing though.
Yeah.
But that was the horror of our school. We know North Tech. Yeah. But even with that, I asked you before, and I'm gonna ask you again. With all of it, with all that happened, even with hindsight, honestly, how much of it did you really think you would be doing stand-up?
Well,
are you surprised at all?
What, that I'm doing stand-up?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I knew it was always in me. I always knew that I had it. I just didn't know avenues to take to actually get on the stage.
Yeah.
So I just was being myself for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I would just tell jokes and do this, that, and third. Just trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? And for me, just trying to figure that part out, it was I used to watch Def Comedy Jam and all that stuff right there. Yeah. So I always felt as though wow, that's the greatest thing I ever seen. Especially when I seen Eddie Murphy's Raw. That was the one that had me I want to do that right there. You know what I'm saying? But I was 8 years old, and 8 years old watching something like that, that's not, you know what I mean? My father used to be upset, boy, what the hell are you doing there reciting and that type of stuff right there?
Well, guess
but
what?
It was what it was, man. But now, in 2021, I can see it, you know what I mean? And I know I'm going to make it, so, yeah.
I understand it like that, but let's take it like this. So when I met you, I said, seriously, you was a funny dude. Take your name, Salcomedy, your stage name, personality. I don't know, I wonder, I'm so observant, I wonder how much thought did you put into that name? Because let me tell you the one part about it that hit, the comedy part.
Yeah.
See, I ain't see you as a stand-up comedian when I met you. I thought you was a funny dude. You remember when I told you, I felt like I was a more storyteller with that.
Yeah.
I felt like you was more comedic acting. You used to do stuff So you would tell jokes, crack on people.
Yeah.
You would do a little storytelling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But your shit was like coming back there and just doing it, saying some funny shit and his facial expression, all that.
Yeah, but I at the time I didn't even know what I was doing was even actual comedy. Like I literally was just trying to make people laugh. You feel me? Like I didn't know nothing about the facial expressions and how that meant to a joke. I didn't know that the body movement or saying this or pausing that would even have that type of effect on the joke or even the things I was saying at the time. This is before I even started comedy. I was just trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could get that. Like for me, it was like even take with Raw. You know, we like I said, we the same era. For me, it was like I told you, it was like a mystique to me. That shit was like when you watch The Last Dragon. Don't tell me that wasn't the illest shit when Leroy did this.
When he caught the glow?
When he caught the glow. Now let me tell you something, right?
Yeah.
I was a nigga. I liked the bad guy, but I was a good guy in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So, but this Shonuff shit was kind of just as ill, because Shonuff came back with the red shit, like nigga
right.
with the face, nigga. And you know that kind of
Just the car.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, man.
Yeah, but if I think of that movie right there, I always wanted Leroy to whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted Leroy to fuck Shonuff up. I'm saying he done tore up the barbershop, well, excuse me, not the barber, the pizza parlor, and threw the little brother in the garbage. I'm like, he gonna get him sooner or later. He gonna catch him.
But look, that's the difference. The difference in that though, they wasn't really beefing. That was some shit like that was bullying. That was real bullying, because Shonuff was really trying to put his hands on Leroy. You know, bullying now ain't what we thought was bullying.
Yeah.
The shit we was doing in HVAC,
Yeah, that was just hype.
that was like, now.
Yeah, that's considered
We got
bullying.
parent conferences.
Yeah. It's and it's funny you say that, bro, because there's people to this day now who still look at me and won't mess with me because of the stuff I was back then, and I be looking like, dog, that was about 20 some odd years ago, bro. Why you? Yo, we was kids, but not knowing the effect that it had on them at that time. You know what I'm saying?
But see, but this the thing, it's how you take it, and you know things change, so we understand that, the simplicity of it, right? But like I said, I understand, like it's others that understand, and I think that needs to be at least explained to people, because like my brother, like I tell you, and my friend could attest to that, like he was one of them people that, you know, he would make you kind of like, he would take it to the level where you don't like him.
Yeah.
Because he'll keep going, you know, he can stuff like that. And you know, he would go there. He was that type of person. But you know, that was just one of the levels. Everybody did it to a degree, or it was known to be, but I'm like, nah, man.
You know what I mean? Fights I had off of the roasting the cat. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, you remember back in the days when you get the best of a dude, whether it's hiking or whatever it is, and then he hits you with that, but I could fight though.
Yeah.
But I could fight though. You know what I mean? Fights I had, but I can fight though. Yeah.
Yo.
I'm like, I can fight too. Nah, you just funny, but you can't fight. You know what I mean?
And that's the craziest part. Yeah, shit. But it still went hand in hand, because that just separated people. You know, that was a nigga like, all right, that was a little pit bull nigga. You don't even fuck. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You still gonna throw something at him though.
Yeah.
Because it was an arena. But nowadays, like I said, and like working in the schools, I used to go through that. Like, it's like a lot of the kids got trained to that. But that's one thing with comedy, like that I like about comedy. So you do stand up. Stand up is one of the most original things, and it can never be replaced.
Yes.
That element.
They trying to censor it, but you can't.
And but let me tell you, it's power in it. Like I've seen like stuff in interviews with people. You know, they start to compare comedy to music because, and I get it though. I'm analytic, but it was like, because comedy is realistic. When I ask you about what's your comedy about, when you talk about realistic stuff.
Yeah.
It's a twist to it. When you're making punchlines in music, you kind of, you know, you can be direct and, you know, rub people the wrong way. But when you do it in comedy, you know what I'm saying, it can hit just as low, but you can also give a message just as strong. You can do a bunch of stuff with it.
Yeah.
It holds that power, and it haven't lost it.
Yeah, you're right. But the one thing for me, I can only speak for myself. When I do comedy, I literally take real life experiences that I've been with. You know what I'm saying? That I can really touch back on and know that feeling, know that emotion, that expression of when that happened. So most of my material is based solely on what I've been through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we spoke earlier, and I was telling you, like, you know, at a certain point, I was definitely trying to figure out the game, and I was just trying to find jokes, but I would never put my personal life in it.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure this out. I like this, I like that, and people would always tell me, like, Shy, bro, you that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that, but pull your life experiences out.
Okay.
Pull out the thing that you really went through, put that on stage, and watch the reaction. And when I started doing that, the reaction got that much better because I'm pulling from real life experiences. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So in the sense, it's like, you know, just for me, I feel as though I'm just gonna take my experiences, put it on stage, and let the world judge it how they feel. But I'm still out here just telling my story. And I think when you do that right there, that makes comedy that much better because they can feel a little piece of you.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I definitely get that because.
Did I miss the question?
Nah. You won't kick because you know what? Let me interpret that a little bit before I ask the next question. Like, so basically, just like music, a part of your personality, if you do it the right way, you will get that connection to who you really are. So even if you tell all type of obnoxious jokes, you'll still get a sense of who you seriously are, who you emotionally are, stuff like that. Like, it's a natural. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you different from telling jokes.
Of course, you know what I'm saying? But for me, like I said, you know, it was always a thing of just trying to figure it out first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then when I got the information from some of the OGs in the game, they're like, nah, bro, peel that layer of that onion off so we get more flavor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what you mean by that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you talking about? Nah, just you. Peel it off. Don't be scared to take that. Like, you know how you open the onion, you gotta cut that first skin off.
Yeah.
You ain't, because you can't cook that.
Exactly.
Once you put that somewhere, it's gonna dissolve or it ain't even worth having. But when you peel that onion off, you know what I'm saying, and you start giving the people the flavor of it, you know what I mean? They'll like it more. So when I started literally opening up, so to speak, my reactions were different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it went from ha to
Yeah.
Went crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was me just peeling them layers off because at first it was hard because I didn't know. I didn't understand the game. I was trying to figure it out for myself. Though I was funny, I was funny.
Yeah.
But are you this funny? Can that funny go to North Carolina?
Okay.
Can that type of funny you got go to Atlanta? Can that type of funny go to LA? Can that type of funny go to Ohio, Miami, wherever? Then ultimately, is that type of funny that you're trying to bring to the table, can it be put on TV in front of the world?
Okay. But isn't it different aspects to that? Because that was actually, and I like the way this is going because it goes into the next thing when we talked about you coming to the point where you felt like, I believe you feel like you went as far as you could go in what you already do. When I said like the old school way, so we talk about you transitioning to the internet. And I don't know, just what I hear from it, like I told you, I felt like it's just a thing of you stepping into that part. That's almost like you still peeling another layer, like just go ahead and step it into doing that. I think you see what that is, and it's like you found something that works. And you, like you said, you got 10 plus years in comedy, right?
Actually, 2003. I started in 2003.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you talking what? Damn, they're going on 20 years.
So at that point in time, when you move into the internet era.
17 years.
Yeah, and where comedy is real now. Like skits and parody, that's created another lane. That's like, just like battle rapping is just as important as regular rapping. So is it that you don't want to do that, you're not entertained, you don't see yourself like, you know you got to go there because that's what you're basically telling me.
Yeah.
Like, where you at with that?
Well, for me, I'm. Now, my cousin told me a long time ago, cuz we got to put it on camera and then put it on the internet. I'm in there like, what you mean on the internet? No, you got to go to the stage. You got to go to the comedy clubs. You got to go to comedy shows, and that's how you make it.
Yeah.
And I literally was living like, I would say, a dinosaur.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With an old mentality, like, that's how you make it. That's how you get on there. But what I'm noticing now is all the comedians of the generation that's coming now has come off of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So, yeah, them skits, yeah, them little clips that they putting up in YouTube and Instagram and all those things right there, those are what catapulted them to the point where they can come to a comedy club.
Right.
And say, look, I might not be as funny as Capone or Talent or Smokey or Jay or Cool Bubba Ice. I might not be as funny as them, but when I come, I'm bringing 5 million followers with me. So who in their right mind is going to turn down that 5 million for that comedian when I can add you with the Capones and with the Jays and with the Cool Bubba Ices and the Rashawn Reeses and them? Why would I turn that down? Because I'ma still have them, and we know that they hot. We know that they gonna kill it. Mm-hmm. And you coming and you still trying to figure it out and work it. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But you got 5 million behind you.
Let me tell you something, dog. So that's why I like the fact that I created this podcast. Uh-huh. And from episode 1, it grew to what it was. To honestly, when I went full comedy, I wasn't sure that I was going to do that. But I like to get out what I feel is important about it. So that's why I want you to stay where you at.
Of course.
Like, definitely you're going to do this new thing, but I think that you made for greater than just doing this. So you're going to do that, but like, you're a mogul, because let me tell you something, that what you hold from the old school is just as important. Because it's simple as this. You just said it. And Bubba said it when he came, is the internet comedians get to where you've been grinding all your life, but they can't make it there. Now, this is the thing. Just like rap, that's where you said they're trying to shut it down. Corporate structure makes it to where that buzz, that draw, the money that it gets, the internet comedian with the buzz on the line gets to sit on the same stage as you who can do that with no promotion. Or you can do it the old way. So I think, like I said, you know, I want us to all rally. Because I grasped some of that new school, and I want us to go ahead and push through that. Because we can bring them along. We ain't gotta.
But see, this is the thing, right? You know what I'm saying? It's just a different ball game from when I started. Like, I started comedy in 2003. So when you had to make it, so-called make it, you had to go to this comedy club, be in these scenes right here, hit these stages, and do this right here. Now, the new wave that's coming out now are people who are sitting home or out there in the streets,
in the room,
with a camera, with a phone, with a light, and they're just doing regular skits and doing things of that nature that's actually catapulted them because they got, whether they funny or not, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter, but they put the work in a whole new wave that I personally wasn't used to, but now I'm getting into it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So for me, I built the following. You know what I mean? If y'all Sweet's Comedy Club.
Sweet Comedy.
You know what I'm saying? Sweet's Comedy Club was built from the ground up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From the ground up. Me, my uncle, my family, we put that in together. All of us put that together. You know what I'm saying? I was more or less the driving force, but I wouldn't have got to where I got. And even the further we're about to go without my peoples. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now, the way, with the world shut down the way it is, everybody's at a computer. You feel me? I had to change my mentality. I was on the mentality of, I can't wait till they open the comedy club back up. And it's like, no, we got a million comedians on web, on Zoom, Zoom comedy shows, on Google Meet comedy shows. You know what I'm saying? Facebook Live, Instagram Live. All these things right here now is the wave to get you to where you need to be. You know what I mean? And I had one of my peoples hit me and was like, "Child, what's up? What you been doing?" I'm like, "Man, you know, I mean, I'm out here trying to, you know, when the world opened back up." He like, "When the world opened back up, the world opened already."
That's what I'm about to say.
I'm like, "Yo, what you say?" Like, "Nah."
You building
He
New
said,
York
"Bro," and my man Munchie, Big P, he was like, "Shy, I feel you, but don't die like the dinosaur. Don't die like a dinosaur." And I was like, "What you?" It took me a minute. I'm like, "Hold on, what you mean?" And he was like, "Bruh, the things you trying to do to be a comedian, to be a stand-up comedian, that way has died. The new wave now is like I just said, you gotta do it through the internet. Because once you get it on the online, on the internet, things like that, YouTube, Facebook, the nigga, I believe, don't quote me on this, nigga Country Wayne and all of them, the shit they doing, I heard, I didn't see the information. Nigga making 40 some odd, whatever, thousand on just Facebook. This comedian is doing this much on Instagram. This one is doing this much on YouTube. But I can promise you, if you put me on stage with a nigga 1-for-1, I know I rock him. But what does that mean? When he got 5 million followers who know him, and only 4,000 know you. And the 4,000 is in your city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying, but I'm one, and I'm gonna stand on how I feel about it. I respect that, and I
and salute to them, because guess what? They showed us a new thank you.
But see,
they showed us a new wave.
But hold on, they showed us a new wave style, right?
Yeah,
but
and then
let's put it in perspective.
You gotta salute. You gotta tip your hat, bro, and I salute to all of them.
Salute to everybody,
all of them.
But like I said, I'm speaking to what I see, and for you, when your guy said that when you had the conversation about the world opening back up, I just believe simply like I look at that same conversation as when he said the world opened back up and so on and so forth. We talk about all these people. Well, you did do a COVID-friendly in-person comedy show, right? I saw it on the internet, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I did a couple of them,
As business as usual, you just had to respect the rules, right? So you did what you do.
And as I'm continuing to do, you know, fly out in the morning.
Hold on. We talk, bro. Okay. My thing is, they can't take that from him. COVID can't take that from him when you got the mindset, let me just get me a spot that I could get mine off. Guess what I gotta do? I gotta change my number. But when I said, remember when I said the corporate structure changed the dynamics? See, it changed where the weight was at. The weight is in the money. So now,
can I pause you for a second? The corporate structure now does not necessarily matter.
It don't.
But unless you make it,
No. There's no need for you to make a corporate structure when you can make your structure corporate.
But we talk about making money simple, straight up. So if you want to say corporate structure,
you said corporate structure.
But listen, by my language, all I'm saying is big companies and where the big money is at.
Yeah.
So on our level, like, you know, one of my old heads always taught me to, even if I think big, seriously, still work on my level, even when I'm trying to get to that level. So all I'm saying is, just let's keep it simple real quick before y'all get to y'all points. When the COVID hit, and you can't hit the clubs, and get it like you was getting it, because say you was getting it to where, on a level where I don't have to work if I could maintain this for forever, and I could do what I love and get paid at this rate. And say when the COVID came, you went from making that to, I'm gonna just put a number on it, like I could make like $300 every week. Still doing a live joint, I could still pull a certain number and so on and so forth. I just feel like work that and find more ways to work that number, more venues and stuff like that. You can still go over to the internet, but see, just because they getting money, because you know why. This is what I'm saying. I said it before. When you get there, what you gonna do with it? So that's what it comes to as far as comedy, and like, it's either that or acting. You can either segue into acting, from any other art. But most comedians try to go either from nowadays in the structure is from the skits to the, then the big stages where you comedy and see what you got. But back in the day, like you said, you had to prove you was funny. So how do you get on the same stage as Sal off of skits? Because of your draw. I understand that. That's what I meant by corporate structure, meaning that because you can draw money. But guess what? So I pull out and go draw money on your own, Sal. That's how I created this. That's how you create street comedy. Just keep pushing that. It don't say you don't get that money too. We learn to be smart in that, not be stubborn and naive. But you could thrive at that. Why you go get that?
Yeah, but this is the thing. When you say corporate like that, corporate is still there when you get to a certain level. These younger cats with the internet, and at first I'm like, man, come on. Now, the way it moved, corporate gonna come call you to figure out what you want and what your ideas and what you doing.
Because they don't have to build you up or nothing. You already
got 5 million or 2 million or 3 million followers behind you. So and then if you
see you somewhere.
Yeah, if you go somewhere,
It's just like Soldier Boy. You see,
I could get. But once again, that was Soldier Boy was the beginning of what we into now. Like the digital. I'm not.
But look, guess what? Let me just say like this. Regardless of what you feel about Soldier Boy's still good. Off of one dance, one song.
So I'm gonna move along.
He did it.
With my next question,
smooth on the internet. I'm just saying he's still good, regardless of however you feel about him, whether you think he's a real street nigga or not. He made that shit.
So it made it more convenient to have access to who you need to have access to.
Yeah, because guess what?
One clip could go viral and change your life.
This the one thing, Penny. If the right person see you and they like it, they call you. Like, take for instance, recently. Gorilla Girl Glue. The
Gorilla Glue girl, yeah.
Yeah, like who would think to put some shit like that in their head and think that it was okay?
That's me. No,
but hold up. I'm just trying to tell you the impact. Followers just skyrocketed.
Of the internet.
GoFundMe page skyrocketed. All that shit skyrocketed off of one video clip from the internet. And just that easy of something that's not even comedy took this girl somewhere else. So the power of the media social media can take you somewhere where the hardest working comedian who don't want to do social media, he want to be on the stage, he want to just travel the country and get his jokes off, can now put him in the back seat to somebody who just caught that flash and now they running with it.
But you know what that camera is though? Let me say something. You know what that camera is? You know how we get.
But go ahead, bro. Do you?
No. I understand that, but
you can catch that.
To go past that, even with that. So with comedy, because that's what we're talking about. That's the part of your career we're talking about. Besides just the passion to want to do it, because obviously when you do something at our juncture of life, when you do something like this, it's more than just you want to more than just regular. It's a passion. It's something you really wanted to do.
Yeah, definitely.
You take your extra time to it. So besides whatever normal things, what else did you decide? What did you expect to get out of this? Like, what you looking forward to? Because that's why I said moving forward from what you're saying. Like, you ready to? You feel like you went as far as you went. So you're not like, are you bored and content? Is there something missing that makes you look? That made you look there, or is it just that you saw something you was missing?
No. For me, personally, my thing is when God got me, he got me. You know what I'm saying? Not to take it religious, but I feel like when it's your turn, it's your turn. Be prepared. You know what I'm saying? The one thing my father always told me, he like, it might not be your turn now. Pack your bags Leave it at the door and be ready for that call. For when that call comes, be ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm more or less like, I'ma just keep grinding, I'ma keep working, I'ma keep doing my thing.
Okay.
So when that opportunity comes, I can be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I fumbled the ball a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't as prepared as I should have been for a lot of opportunities I got. But I didn't think that shit was, at the time, that was me. You know what I'm saying? I don't put nothing on nobody else but me, because it's me who want this dream.
Right.
It's me who has this dream. It's me who has the vision in my head to manifest it.
But
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what I meant by that though, Sal, was like, let's try to level like in something like this, like you want to be a star. That comes with the territory. Like no, not what I mean is like, once again, that's what that Instagram. I don't mean it in the fact that that's the main thing, but the things that come with it, I think that entice you. Like, you just like the act of it, or you didn't ever want nothing extra. Is it like, do you want to have a legacy of it in comedy?
You want me to say, do I want to be like on a Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, Martin Lawrence type of level?
I meant simply,
do I want the fame? Do I want the money? What?
This is what I meant, and I'll simplify it for you. Besides money, fame, or any normal success that come with it, is there any type of legacy or anything special tied to doing comedy that you want?
It is, and the one thing it is, I want to say, yo, bro funny as hell.
Okay.
He creative. He think outside the box. His material is, I can feel it. Cause I know I felt it, I've seen it, I've done it. I want my material to feel. You know what I'm saying? I want my material to be heartfelt. I want my material to be able to reach people's lives that, you know what I mean? The fame and the money. I'm good on the money because I work hard anyway. I don't necessarily want that, you know what I'm saying? But if it happens, I take it, you know what I'm saying? I take it.
It's important. I think it's important, like I said, you know, and that's just something that interested me with you, but I don't know, I just felt like that. Like,
I think it comes a lot with it, but for me, it's just the creativity of it.
Right, and I like creating, like
creativity of it, Vinny, is the one thing that I want the most.
Like, I look at it like this. Remember when we used to watch The Living Color? Like, me and my brother like used to take the episodes, and you know we would watch them, and like we liked the creativity of it. But I think that at that time, when you say you didn't know certain things, I didn't know that it caught me and my brother to the fact that we started mimicking that from the beginning. So me and my brother learned to imitate people. Me and my brother learned to create like things that looked like things we saw that was interesting. So that's why I was like through this whole thing. Like I want to level with you because I want to work together and I want to bring like how we came into it because we are fortunate enough to come from an old school.
Yeah, but we started in the back of the classroom in high school.
Started in the back room, and then it came to the back of the class. Because guess what? I came from my back room, you came from your back room.
Pause. We came from the back room. He's in the back room. I ain't never came from the back room.
No, this is what I'm about to tell you. Hold on, let me clarify that. If you don't pause me, hold on.
Pause.
Go ahead,
Pause, bro. Pause.
I'm just talking about, you know our rooms in the back of the house.
He said the back room.
Our room was in the back of the house. Our room was in the back of the house.
On the record,
no, that's your hit. On the record, D, my brother in here, our bedroom, we ain't had no separate shit, was in the back of the house.
I understand what you
next
said.
to the kitchen, nigga.
Yeah,
Sal's just trying to do, he always do me like this. See, now I gotta tell it, Sal. I gotta fuck up the whole interview.
Yeah, son, we came from the back room.
Nah, man.
Nah, man, we ain't never do that.
You remember how, when the first episode, I gave a man story?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what this nigga did, man.
Nah, don't do it, man. Come on, bro.
Remember when I stayed back?
I remember.
Now, we ain't gonna go through the whole process, right? I ended up in a class with him and shit, right? So, you know, at this point, I know Sal. So, Sal, like, damn, he one of the people that noticed because, you know, he's like, yo, Penny, what you doing in here, right? I'm like, damn, Sal, I stayed back. If my voice was a little better, I could imitate this nigga laugh. This nigga just started bugging on me. It just went back and played. I said, damn, yo, you know, that was some cold shit. I'm comedy, so I took more to, like, I see how that shit is funny, like, yo, cause you could've went in the back and ran with that shit, cause you ain't even go tell Quiet on that shit.
Yo, man, look, if that was the case, I was laughing. I'm like, dang, he's still trying to pull it off.
Now that
The
you know
funny
the story,
thing, it was like, yo, he's still trying to pull it off. Like, I ain't run to the back because it was like, they ain't hear it, it ain't for them. You know what I'm saying? Because when I tell Joe, I ain't trying to demolish you like that or like literally just break everything. If I have to, I will.
Okay.
You feel me? It's one thing I learned, you know what I'm saying? Like we talked earlier, how people still be mad to me, mad at me this day because of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, that shit was like 20 some odd years ago, bro. You still mad? Yeah. It's like that. We done moved on. You done had kids, wives, and all that. Like but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So at that point, bro, I was just like, yo, this nigga crazy. He's still trying to. He act like he ain't really get suspended.
Yeah.
How you still in class? I'm wondering how he get through the security, all that, and he in class like, what up, y'all? I'm like, all right. I ain't say that, but then when I walked up, I'm like, bro, what happened? He like, yeah, man, you always stayed back, got suspended. I'm like, what? Suspended, right? Yeah. Suspended and stayed back? I said, oh, this nigga crazy.
But this the thing, you know, with tech, you know, our shit was special. Our shit got respect because this is what me and my friends say. Yeah. And I bet you felt like this. You know, in Newark Tech wasn't like you had to make it with so I thought you was nigga like, yo, nigga just back like, yo, nigga, no Tech and shit, cause I'm in there, this what we do, right?
Yeah.
But
it does, man.
Oh shit. Good. Nah, this damn. Dude, you fucking upset with that shit right there.
Look, bro, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I could say this right here. To see you get to the point where you at now. Yeah. You got your own company, you doing your own thing, bro. It's commendable, man. You know what I'm saying? We all young black entrepreneurs trying to do our thing. Trying to figure it out. The internet is worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could be some little young kid in Saudi Arabia right now laughing.
Laughing, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or once it's post or however you decide to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep grinding, bro. That's the one thing I did. Sweets Comedy Club was birthed out of rejection. Sweets Comedy Club was birthed out of being told, no, you not funny. You ain't this. You ain't that. Or I used to have motherfuckers call me to New York. Mm-hmm. Get all the way over there. I done paid tolls. I done waited an hour in traffic. You get there, you ready to perform. He like, yo, I got you. Mm-hmm. And then he like, yo, you next. You go up next. He like, all right, bro, hold on. Such and such just came in. You gotta wait.
Nigga, I was glad.
What?
When they told me when I couldn't get on. Remember when we went to Tito's shit?
Bruh.
And the only shit, like, the headliner was late, so it pushed shit back, right? Yeah. So the nigga like, but yo, I was relieved in them motherfuckers.
Why was you relieved?
Because...
Were you scared?
No. I'm gonna tell you simply why. And we talked a little bit.
It had to be fair.
But I'm gonna tell you what the fear was at. It wasn't the fear of the crowd. Like I told you, it's I be beating up on myself with this shit, but like I'm saying like this. The whole time I'm waiting while we watching it, I'm by myself, I'm looking, I'm freestyling, I'm brainstorming. But my whole thing was, what am I doing here? Because I can go out there and be me.
That means you wasn't ready.
Exactly. Yeah, so I didn't know what it was. So that's why I told you, like, I believe that if I had to stand up, signature would be storytelling comedy. And when we work on it, but
you'd be surprised.
I just feel more comfortable.
Tell you like this, bro. You would be more surprised if you just hit the stage and figure it out for yourself where it might take you. It might not be storytelling. It could be something completely different. Most of my jokes started over here and grew into something that's completely different from what I originally thought of.
But look,
you know what I'm saying? So for you to say, oh, I was happy not to get on, I used to feel that way. You know what I mean? And I'm not even gonna lie, I felt that way a few times because I knew I wasn't ready and prepared. You know what I mean? Like, all right, okay, well, he put me down like that because he wasn't ready. You know what I mean? I used to kick me and feel bad about myself. But what I did, I was saying, you know what? Whenever any opportunity opens and it comes to stand-up comedy, I'm ready. I'm about to grind out. I'm about to do my numbers.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what started to happen was I used to go over to New York and I used to go to this spot. One spot I used to frequent was Mocha's. Mocha's in Harlem, right? Mocha's in Harlem on Mondays used to be lit.
Yeah.
You feel me? Drive all the way from Jersey, all the way over there, ready to get it in. And I would go up there, I'd be funny for like a minute. The host used to rip me. I'm talking about rip me to the point I was ready to fight. It was like that. He ripped me to the point where I was ready to fight. He good.
Who that?
You know what I mean?
That's Big Sal? Okay.
Yeah, he was ripping me to the point I was ready to fight. My cousin used to hit me and be like, well, because they came over there with me and be like, yo, they'll be like, yo, you mad that you wasn't funny? How you mad that you not funny and he ripping you? You not funny.
Yeah.
What's
up,
Sal?
Sal?
How you, brother, man? All right?
Yeah, it's going down in here, man.
You not funny.
Yeah.
And I had to take that. So now you got a whole ride over the GWB, all the way past the highway stink, that making it even more mad.
Yeah.
And you got to go home and figure out why you not funny.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Then what happened, I kept going back. And I'm like, all right, okay, I'm going to figure it out here. 1 week, I stopped not being funny to just, oh, he all right.
Yeah.
The next week, oh, all right, he cool. Then that week after that, it was like, I fuck with him. He funny.
Yeah.
He know what he doing. Now the host pulling me to the side, talking like, yo, who you roll with? What you doing, side? Who you rocking with out here? You know what I mean? What's going on? And you got to go through them steps in order to get to where you want to be. Yeah. And ain't nobody seen me on TV. Look, I'm good, but I know I'm funny as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You put me in the right situation, right place, I'm rocking that crowd. You know what I'm saying? I know how to rock a crowd, period.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So when you say that, you know, you was kind of like, I felt that at some point. Because when you feel that way, that means you're not prepared for what you thought you wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when a motherfucker tell you, oh, I will put you to the side, I was mad because I knew I was prepared. You know what I mean? Then it was time to like, nah, you're not ready. And I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm actually not ready. So it was a lot of ups and downs when it came with it. But the one thing I did, I stuck with it. I kept grinding. I kept rocking. I kept doing my numbers because I said, all right, it's going to pay off some way, somehow, regardless. That's the birth of Sweets Comedy Club. Because like, all right, okay, I keep going to these comedy clubs. I keep doing my thing. I keep, you know, trying to figure it out. And I learned the business at the same time because I wasn't just sitting there mad, soaking at myself. I was saying, okay, how they run that? Okay, oh, that's how you had the security like that.
Right.
Oh, that's how the DJ's supposed to be. Oh, that's how much you charge at the door. Oh, you're supposed to have wings at the comedy show. You know what I'm saying? So I was mad, but at the same time, I sat back and I peeped the whole scene. You got 3,700, you know, or 300 people in here. And I started counting the numbers. I'm like, well, that equals up to this amount. And that equaled up to that amount. So if I could do this, and here, I could pay the DJ, I could pay myself, I could pay the establishment. If I don't have one, I could pay the comedians. And then I learned how to even take it further. Like, well, shit, if you get it to that point, then now you can expand it to now you can have comedians coming from out of state to come to your shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about, so, you know, you just went around and bored with it.
Yeah.
So, hold on. What's up, Sal? I'm sorry, y'all, but, you know, this the other half of
See,
it.
this is crazy.
This the off script, but,
Roast that
that's...
by this for a high sec, you know what I mean?
Nah.
And he remember them days we used to roast this brother,
That's what I'm
man.
about to say. But let me tell you something.
He remember them days.
Like I said, this is my brother, Sal, but...
I know, man.
You know our connection, man, but... Let me tell y'all something. It's been something special about every episode.
Yeah.
So, you know, just me doing this, we've been talking about the whole thing.
For
but
a
even
minute,
Big
bro.
Sal, you know, I told you there was a connection with that. And Sal, you know, we always cross every now and then random, but, you know, I looked up to you as an athlete. So I was telling about when I came in, how I just flowed in with y'all, even though I had my little friends and stuff.
True.
But how me and Sal came with comedy, cause you witnessed that, Sal.
Right.
You was his right hand, like he was my right hand in the hood. Then I had, Jamar was with me in school, but
Cool.
like. This and like that's what this is what we created for, but this the back of the class. We in HVAC.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see this coming out? But see, seriously, like
all the way back,
cause I was him in my with most of my friends. Did you see, like, I knew you knew he had the funny out of the crew, but did you see this? At what point did you see this?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Cause come in for a minute, Sal. Come in for a minute. Just come in for a minute, man. Just come in for a minute. Bring your chair. Let's bring Big Sal in.
I'm doing it in the car. I'm like, man, they gonna fuck
This
podcast.
back in class. Nah, but seriously, this is what we do. And guess what? Seriously, as black men, this my part. But as black men, that's the thing about it, Sal. Like, seriously, this is my older brother, but I take y'all as older brothers in spirit, and we ain't gonna get too far of that. But I'm proud of I can bring y'all up here and do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So
we
that I can say, like, right. So that in podcasting, me and Sal all did was pushing back. I was glad to be able to have experience to give Sal little pointers of what I'm doing already. But to be able to stop and script like this and bring my man in from high school, I can just make a whole new segment about you, but I like this right here, like, just this natural, like, I'm 39,
yes,
and at this stage in our life, we know what's going on in our city and stuff like that, and on the comedy podcast style, we ain't going for the funny, but this is definitely going to be what it's worth.
Yeah.
That y'all hear, serious like that connection. We was talking about Quardell and everything, but, we met in high school. It went far, Sal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know how many times I done talked about you?
Yeah, no doubt, Fetty.
Can I do it one time? Can I tell that story one time?
Go ahead, bro.
I just said, you ain't gotta leave and stuff. You know I'm stringing them, right? I'm dragging them along. Sal, but look, you remember when we was on the bus coming from the game? This is real comedy, but you had to be there because we lived in the era social media couldn't hold this. You know what I'm going? When we was on the bus, now me and you were sitting together, right?
Okay.
Somebody hit you with something. Now, I ain't gonna go into detail because I can imitate your style, but back in the day, niggas were scared to imitate you, except for me because I was your little man, but
Go ahead, man.
Sal shut the shit down. Yo, fuck out of here, yo, who's this? Me and Sal was just goofing off. And, it's basketball team, when the head coach, Harry, that nigga don't hold the candle to this nigga torch. Sal like, nah, fuck out of here, Harry. That means you was a G when you tell Harry, fuck out of here, even though he ain't real. But the funniest part of the story, because we always talk about it, and they narrate it because I was next to you, is that comedy is in our blood. Sal, on some you was mad as hell on some your grown man shit, but it was a joke that just flipped it and you just started laughing and shit in the whole bus. You know what I'm saying? Because you took over and shit like that, but you a good dude, Sal, but on some real, the stand-up dude you was, like you showed me integrity and still how to be a real dude and dumb it down. So, that's why I'm a comedy dude, but I learned how to be all that other stuff. And I mix these things in. I learned from my friends, my peers, my brothers and stuff, but that's beautiful though, you know what I'm saying? But that shit was funny as hell. Now, let's do some comedy, Sal. I don't think you was there, because Sal played basketball, but he was a player. Nigga played football and everything. When I first went here, that nigga wore a jersey in school and...
Yo, you shut the fuck out.
Don't do it, Fetty.
That ain't no paying
that shit to me, Sal.
Hey, yo, he shut up.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, look, but the one thing I had, Penn, I had my jokes as my game.
Yeah,
That was my game.
So
you know what I'm saying?
But
yeah, like I don't look, nigga, you could do that shit on the court,
I
on the
use my
field.
athleticism. I couldn't be in the comedy world, but I knew I was a legend because I couldn't beat Sal. I ain't gonna say I couldn't beat him, but that was like Jordan. That I'm the young nigga coming to get Jordan. But
And
let
you
me tell
said
you,
it, man. HVAC, man. What do we do with it, man?
Let me tell y'all something.
Because now they got a HVAC system.
HVAC, right? I don't know shit. Yo, Sal, ain't that the crazy?
Yeah.
Yo, on some real, as a mature adult, don't you feel at least 5% bad about it when you know you ain't go for HVAC?
Yeah.
But hold up, we sold you with that. We told you to rate what you could make and shit. And
Yo, but this today, I still do it to this day.
yeah, that's hindsight.
Hold on. In hindsight, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I was in there telling jokes, but I was serious.
I wasn't. That's how I stayed back.
Yeah, I know. That's why I laughed.
Hold on.
I'm like, this
Hey,
nigga
Sal.
really think this shit a joke.
Hey, Sal,
I
hold on.
had the plan mapped out.
Hey, yo,
He
B,
thought it was a joke.
I'm gonna put you
I was
out there,
serious.
What was y'all system? Cause the year I stayed back with Cal and them, you know they had a system of somebody was getting beat study guide to run through the whole chapters. But I was telling jokes, I was being Sal too much where I wasn't getting my part of the study guide, so that's how I ain't do no work. What was y'all system?
I don't even know, man. We just
Nah, our system was who would win that spade.
That's me. That's it. The whole
That's
3
it.
hours in that motherfucker. Spade.
I mean, I mean, for me, I was in the cut, still doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Sal, like, if y'all embrace me and all that shit, right? Hell ain't make me a respectable spades player, cause even niggas in my grade ain't respectable spades.
He couldn't be a respectable spades player.
That's crazy.
It
I took that for serious.
was too much, yo.
Hey, yo,
He
hold
couldn't
up.
do it. He couldn't do it.
Hey, don't do it. I don't know where you about to go, but don't do it. I don't know if you was there, but I
Let
think
me tell you
was there. Don't do
something.
that.
Nah, cause let me tell you, I pride myself is I'm one of the best storytellers because my shit's true and that's the way I tell it. I was in class as a freshman with two of the greediest. Him and Rock put together when they snapped. Remember Rock?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The shit equivalent, but they different styles, right?
Yeah.
Rock just like.
Rock.
It's like Rod, like you wind him up and when he finished.
Yeah.
Sal, the shit just like, you know, why niggas push that button?
Yeah.
Sal tell you like, yo, motherfucker, go sit in that seat. And niggas still like, oh my bad, Sal moving, he dragging. Yo, this nigga snatched real. I'm gonna get back to us being podcasters and bugging out. But yo, I got a different days with that.
I know you go
But that's why I put my podcast back in the class.
Something else, man.
So we gonna keep
Class,
it, but not seriously. But those are the things, man. Like I said, I'm just glad that we formatted. Like Sal found his lane in stand up, and I think I got that Sal. Like you know what I'm saying. Y'all started little easy parts to me. Like I made y'all laugh,
So
I knew I was good enough.
let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. And I'm being as honest as I can be, and real as I can be, because you can't say you're a comedian or do comedy if you never touch the stage.
Oh, hey, see now we back in age back for real. I was to be
Yeah, so as a big brother, let me tell you this right here. They're not gonna respect it if you never touched the stage, if you never actually got out there and put the work in, because it's people who live their whole life doing comedy. Everything, their whole existence.
Let me take my advice.
Hold up. You didn't answer.
Good.
Answer the question first. If you telling me you're a comedian and you still ain't do it yet, what are you waiting on? Nah? Are you just, because right now you're just a podcast that's stepping into the comedy lane without no comedy experience?
Okay, I got you. Well, see, that's why I broke it down into my language where I feel like my comedy is in acting, not necessarily stand-up dialogue. Okay, so I do believe I could hold court, but like I told you, I recognized that my friends saw it more than me.
Yeah.
So I saw it as a natural, like knowing my friends when we talked about how Sal, like you knew how to make Sal laugh. Those was natural things. I knew I had the natural funny in dialogue, but I felt like mine was more acting. Like I was more into acting out stuff and reenacting stuff. Like I was big on Martin. We all was, but
all of us.
But like if y'all like by the time I wasn't with y'all, I was the kid in the class. So we was watching Martin. You know how we had the VCRs. I would really imitate that.
Right.
Yeah.
Me and my brother, like once again, it's good that here. But so I was more into the Martin style. Like I'm not saying that you went for me, but was like it's acting, my facial expressions. Like I got laughs off my facial expressions, my natural reactions and stuff like that. But then also I could stay talking, you know, make you laugh.
So
and
you're
wind
talking
you
about
up.
more like a acting comedy.
I never had to stand up, but then I had to understand Sal. Before you go to this too, and I want you to respond to me to this. It took for me to not want to do it and then realize I do want to do it. That's why I come back to you, because I didn't know that it was different elements of it.
Yeah,
So I always took it as punchline. I knew I couldn't create a punchline. I knew that I could set it up and then score. I know that's a style now. I've seen it, I've studied it, but I still haven't found myself in that.
Well, you're not gonna find yourself if you don't get on some type of stage. You gotta be on.
And that's what's next. That's what's next.
No. Listen real quick. You gotta get on the stage to feel it, to know what it is, to know what it's like to look at a crowd and see that nobody there and they looking at you like this, like, who is this nigga? Who is that? To understand how to format a joke or how to even, the joke that you wrote that you know is the funniest shit in the world and everybody laughing at it, but it don't work on stage. And it don't work where you thought it would work. Or the punchline you thought, oh, this is gonna be the funniest thing in the world. You know what I mean? You like, And I mean, when I first performed, I got booed. Crushed me to my soul. It took me about that near a year to come back on stage and try it again. When I tried it again the next time, I was performing on the same stage as Michael Epps before he blew all the way up. You know what I mean? I was on the same stage as people who was on TV, and I was just we got a guest spot right here. We got this young brother coming from Jersey. You know what I mean? He out here doing his thing, and I got out there. I didn't know, understand, or nothing. And as soon as I touched the stage, the motherfucker's like, boom! I'm like, who said that? Who said that? Where he at? Now bad, because I'm like, you crushing me. Like, nigga, give me a motherfucking chance. Yeah. You feel me? So you gotta take a step. You feel me? Try it out first. You know what I'm saying? Get to know a couple people. You know what I mean? Do it enough to where.
I'm just gonna say this real quick, Sal.
Well,
Piggy, yo, look. When he made his decision to go hard, like, yo, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? He already got the career going on, but he's still hustling at that comedy stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm with him for a little bit, you know what I mean? He brings me on stage. He put me on a couple of times, man. And, you know, everybody's funny in a sense, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, cats like us. It ain't that I ain't know I was funny. I just knew that wasn't for me. You know what I mean? Getting up there. I ain't get booed, though. But just being up there a couple of times and trying to please 60, 70, 80 people and get them to laugh when you know in your heart that what you're saying is funny. But you gotta have that punchline, that delivery, and that to bring it all together, man. So I was just like, you know what, Sal? I'm gonna leave that to you, bro.
And the thing is, like
real, man.
At Sweet's Comedy Club, I gave so many chances because it was times where I never got the chance.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I gave the chance was because I felt the same way I felt when the motherfucker was like, man, go ahead, get out of here, bro. Like, go ahead. Like, nigga, what you mean? Like, yeah, I'm funny. Like, okay, bro. Matter of fact, hold on, give me a second. Step to the side. Yeah, come and the nigga talk to the nigga in front of you. Like you're not even there. That shit used to hurt.
Yeah. I can get
like almost like a nigga he disrespecting you, and it's like, nigga, what? But why would I? You know what I'm saying? Take it that far. But if you want to be a comedian and then be in a comedic space or anything like that, for people to respect you and to give you that credit, you gotta go where they've gone.
Got you.
You feel me? Like I said, you never seen me on TV. You never seen me, but I'm around most of the headlining comedians in the country. You feel me? Not like Hollywood type, but I'm in the mix. You feel me? Give me a minute. I'm telling you, give me a minute. It's gonna be a minute, and I'm gonna be right there, and you're gonna be like, damn, look at motherfucker Sal. He used to hike on me in the back of the class. You know what I'm saying? I got jokes from him. You know what I'm saying? So take that step. You feel me? Whether you think you funny or not,
okay,
you gotta go. But the hardest part now is the world shut down. It ain't too many open mics like that no more. It ain't too many places where you can go. So you gotta go on the internet. And that ties all the way back around to where you can get 5 million followers or 3 million or 2, whatever it is, and come to a comedy club where they'll say, I'll hire you because you got those people behind you, and I'll put you next to Mike Epps. I'll put you next to Cat Williams. I'll put you next to Eddie Griffin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why? Only because you broke the followers. But they don't know that you never did a stand-up in your life.
Let me say something real quick about that to both of y'all. I like both of y'all perspectives of it. And Sal, off camera, if we got a minute, we'll talk. Cause like I said, I love the athlete talk and stuff like that. But and simple with all that, with all the knowledge y'all been giving me, where I'm at, what my point is, and my ladies, I did that as young, but I play chess, and I like to use that. I like the brain pattern that it builds for me. For right now, it's positioning for me. So all the stuff that you said when we talked about from the different type of comedians, I want to try to go in. I am going to take the leap. So this is my official, that I'm gonna take the leap into stand up. I'm going into other places where I don't think twice, but positioning to me. So when I ask you what was your aspiration about,
Let me know.
In the
Let me
long
know
run?
when you
Nah,
do it. When you do it. No. When I'm telling you some real stuff, bro. Let me know when you ready to take that leap. Holla at me, bro.
because it is a leap for me. I'll be honest. It is a leap for me. Even though I feel like I could do it, it is a leap for me.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna move on because Sal. First of all, this is Valentine's Day weekend. 2 married men, 3 married men, all married men. And we're gonna move along. We gotta get out of here. I do want to get into what you got going on and coming up, but you are getting out of here for some work in comedy world.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you about. I had stand-up E on here. That's another person that we all familiar with.
C put me on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You already know that, man.
I'm gonna need you, man, and I'm gonna need you to Sal. I'm gonna need your laugh for the comedy. We gonna record your shit. So we gotta keep you back. Hey,
Take it back in the club.
But we wanna do some roast battle, man. Like you still good with that? And I know you already got something going on. Everybody got, but I just want to do my own version of it.
Let me just say like.
And I want to match my own people up. And hold up, before you answer, Sal, this special for you.
What's that?
I'm gonna put you in a special position because all I want to do is laugh. I'm nominating my brother against anybody. It's not disrespect. I'm nominating my brother against anybody in the roast battle.
I ain't never been to a roast battle, man.
I seen him make people cry. I seen him make the worst. So you know how you talk about it? He got all the worst reactions you did. So not if you don't battle, I'll straight with you. But go ahead, Sal. Can we do a roast battle, a podcast roast battle, and can I get your participation?
You can, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with that, man. But I gotta give some shout outs to the leagues I've been in.
Go ahead.
Shout out to the Roast League, my man Reese the comedian out there at Plainfield doing his numbers. He got
hype for it, right?
Welcome to the jungle. Check out my little bro, Reese the comedian. You know what I'm saying? Reese the comedian. Welcome to the Jungle Roast League.
Okay.
Definitely good. I ain't lost a battle yet.
Okay.
I'm not stunting. I ain't lost yet. And shouts out to my bro, Big Eli. That's my roast partner. We had a couple of roasts.
Big Eli.
We had like a little tag team roast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That we did. Big E, that's my bro right there. I'll put me and him against anybody in the world. But if you need me to come through, I'll come through.
That's all I need to hear.
No problem, bro.
I'm gonna just give you a little preview, Sal. Mine's gonna be, he tried to pause me. Sal tried to do a little punchline for you guys. I'm like, yo, he's like, it's the back class. I'm like, but start from the back room. So all I was referencing was in the house, our room, me and my brothers in the back.
Okay.
But in any event, the style of this battle, it's gonna be like we used to do though.
Yeah.
Ain't all that structure, man.
Right. Just
You want to get somebody? You want to go with Sal? Now in the back. Now guess what? The only difference is it ain't no big Sal in here. You might go wherever you want. You should be ready for it to come back. You gonna structure so that I can be heard.
He keeps saying like I'm trying to make you laugh, like I wasn't joking.
Nah. This is my own personal outlook on that whole situation. This is my movie script on y'all too. I got a little personal sitcom. Y'all an eye couple too. I can make a bunch of shit off of y'all. You know what I'm saying? The grouchy one. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, bro.
But see, that's the thing. I can say that shit about Sal because Sal ain't gonna do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's a good thing I need Sal to protect me, but if I was an asshole, I would have used that to my advantage.
Look, man, that was just bro right there.
It's all good.
I was one of them joints by myself, bro, and you know what I'm saying? Just so happened, bro, we link like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just out there
So
being
big,
funny or attempting to be funny.
so
You know
big,
what I'm saying?
so big picture style, you know, cause you know we're gonna get back to, and we're gonna get to the end of this. Where we going with this? Like, you know, me and you have talked, but I know you said that you're looking into going into other parts, but
Yeah.
I want to know specifically, like, are you looking into getting anything like movies and stuff like that? Anything outside of the box of just your stand-up realm? Like, I want to know if you're doing anything like that.
Yeah, of course. You know, I'm working on actually having a brick and mortar Streets Comedy Club.
Okay.
A lot of people always ask me like, Sal, you know, where can I buy tickets with? And it's like, I don't have the actual building just yet. I'm working on it. Give me a minute. It's gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing that. I work with these young kids called Urban Animations, where we doing cartoons and stuff
I
like
want to get
that.
into that. That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? And we got this thing coming up called Hutch Kids. That's about to come out. You know what I mean? Another thing called Food Around. Another thing called Pest Adventures, where I'm working with them as well to try to help them out.
Okay.
But as far as me right now, when I leave here, I got to get ready to fly out because I got a show out in Columbus, Ohio. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna rock out and go out to Columbus. And I'm still traveling and doing my stand-up because for me, that's my passion.
Gotcha.
That's my love. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a matter of, like you said earlier, figuring it out through the internet and figuring out through social media how you can get those numbers and then come to the table. Because if you got those particular numbers and you come to the table, the door open more than me just being funny on stage without no representation.
Yeah. You
feel me?
Yeah. Well, it's not an official ending, but you know, I definitely want to get out. I want to thank you for coming here, Sal, and I thank all my guests for specific reasons. Like, I'm a people person, but you know, for coming through for all the reasons we went through that we won't go through no more. But like everybody, you took the time to come through. Even not your schedule, you know, from us working it out. Like, I enjoy the process of everything. And like I said, coming to this stage, working with you. And I look forward to your stuff, and I'm glad that I hope this is the beginning. We could work together, just like, you know, other things that I want to do. This, like, I like the energy with this. So I just want to thank you, you know what I'm saying, seriously on camera for that, on the platform that I built with you.
Plenty, bro. Since we talked earlier, I just want to let you know, it's nothing but love, because I remember them days back in the back of the classroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not coming out the back room, but the back of the class. Back of the classroom, bro.
Hey, hold
because
on.
guess what? We used to have fun.
Yeah.
All of us, look, we used to have fun back then. We should have been learning the education, but we were just trying to have fun. You feel me? It was just, a lot of people lost sight of what was real. Why the fuck we was in high school?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was just a place to get away from home so we can have our own time and moments. So I remember back in those days, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to see you right now, at this point right now, with the worth every penny, me right now with the Sweets Comedy Club, bro, like we working, you know what I'm saying?
We did it,
Only
man.
thing we gotta do now, like you said, is just keep building our circle, and things will work out for us, bro.
Yeah, I definitely believe.
Hard work, dedication, determination, and grinding, we will make it.
Yeah, I definitely believe that, and you know, that's all it is. And shoot, we will. And like I said, what you built, like I look forward to doing something with Squeeze Comedy, because that's why I want to definitely, like my stand up debut. I want to do it, like, you know, with you and whatever we talk about with that. But like, it's important that we move along and support and all the good stuff. And like I said, I enjoyed this from all the parts of it, and just, you know, being able to get this done. You know, I can't wait to, you know, get it to the people. It's a lot of people we went to school with. Like I said, you know, that's the good thing about the aura of the school.
They gonna love it.
I mean, just the connectivity, because I think, like, you know how many good moments it'll be for people to see us, just to see that moment, for us to bring, you know, Sal in. I mean, people know that everybody's still good, but, you know, we in a crazy time now where we went through a lot in this last bit of time. I can't even put a number on it, from, you know, losing people to just changes. And we got kids and stuff like that. So I'm real reflective. That's why I'm real reflective of us at those stages because Sal, me and my brother, we come into those stages. I got adult kids now, fellas. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to me. So us doing this at this level, we still setting an example. We still working. We still creating and living new life. Of I'm at this stage now. I'm not in high school no more trying to play basketball. We can talk about that, but while we do serious things, that's the beauty of this. Like, so I'm a working man. Finally, I stopped getting in trouble. But the fact that I can do that. Nah, this the real part. This what me and Sal connected on, but now off to the side, do my passion, and it just connected with him. I ain't got to go out the way.
There you go.
He called you through, so that's the start. So I want this to grow past this, and we'll do other stuff together.
Definitely, bro. You already know, man.
And I'm gonna leave you with anything else you want to put out, on this platform that hopefully I know it's gonna get bigger. So anything.
Well, I want to say thank you to worth every penny. Definitely to you, bro. I appreciate that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
100%.
That's what's up.
My little bro, my son.
Word up.
I say that respectfully.
Heard that. Yo, it's only certain people.
Yo,
I
say that respectfully.
and I
Don't
like
disrespect.
I take it.
I'm looking at big brother. Came across that camera like, what you mean?
Look, let me tell you something. In the comedy sense, you value you with for that title, but it's all up.
And for me, I'm just trying to still grow. I'm
That's
still trying
what's
to
up.
get to the next point. Like I said, nobody's seen me on TV. I don't like no series. I'm still grinding in the background, in the underground. I still travel around the country. I still travel around the world, and I got more things coming. I'm just waiting for my time.
Right.
I'm not trying to step into somebody else's lane. I'm just providing my own lane, and whether that be now or a year from now or 2 years from now. I've been in the game for 17 years. You feel me? I know what I'm talking about. A lot of people who've never seen me before might be like, who the fuck is this? He ain't. I don't care about that. I know what I'm talking about. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm confident in what I'm talking about. So I'm just grinding, bro. I got, like I said, I got Sweets Comedy Club podcast coming.
Exactly.
I got, like I said, I'm working with the kids in urban animation.
Okay.
And we got a couple of cartoons that's coming out, short cartoons that we doing. Actually, I'm leaving here to fly out to Ohio tomorrow to do an actual stand-up comedy show. So I'm still out here grinding. And, should I go to work Monday after that?
Exactly. And that's what it's about, man. So to everybody out there, this is what we do, like, from Newark, New Jersey. Like, I'm prideful, man. Like, we some young black fellas
city
that do a lot of things that this is just something that we get to show y'all. We don't show y'all us raising kids and being husbands and everything. But this is beauty. This is entertainment the way it's supposed to be, how we grew up on. And I'm going to leave it on that side. I'm going to let you close it, like, not the official closing, but, if there's anything you don't want to say, then just let me know. But
like I said, one more time, man, I thank you for having me, Penny, bro.
Definitely.
Like I said, any help you need, I'm here.
Same here. I'm gonna be on your joint. I'm gonna be behind the camera all
collab and do our numbers. And then also what I would say is, when it comes, we sensitive about the stand-up comedy thing and the comedy, and you have to put that work in, put that level of work in,
respect,
and put it out there. You live? Oh, it's
what?
I ain't
So you shout out to Instagram and Facebook. So
oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. True that. But I was just saying that, what I'm saying? You got to hit the stage, bro, because people will look at that and just move that shit to the side like this phone and be like, okay, he said he comedian, but I never seen him. If I call somebody in your city and don't nobody know you, they gonna look at that like, oh, he trying to just come up off of it.
Right.
You gotta get in the mix of it. Get in the grind, get in the mud of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we going. That's what we're gonna do.
So when you ready, holler at me. And if I can't be there, which I'm more than likely be there. If I can't, I can put you in a place to where you can start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years from now, then we can talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Not just on that aspect, far as when it comes to us as stand-up comedians. You gotta put it in a certain level of work. But you in the right direction, bro.
That's what's up.
You know what you're doing, and from the conversations we had, bro, your knowledge is real good. You broke it down. You got everything. You know what I'm saying? But that footwork,
Footwork.
put that in. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, you know, thank you to Worth Every Penny for having me come through. Check me out on IG, you know, Sal Comedy on Instagram. I got a Sweets Comedy Club page coming up. You can catch me out on Facebook. Check out my Sweets Comedy Club page on Facebook. And you can also holler at me in Sal Holmes on Facebook. Y'all be good. I thank you for having me, my brother. And we gonna chop it up a little bit even more after this, bro.
Right, and we're gonna wrap it up. And I just wanted to throw this in because
Thank
that's
you.
personal. But shout out to Mr. Holmes, yeah, Pop. Like I said,
Yeah,
you know,
shout out to Black.
beside
Black
me
was
and you.
good.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah.
That was, I met Mr. Holmes on a different note, but respectable dude, and I relate to that. So
That's my dog.
we're gonna wrap it up. That's the back of the class, and thank y'all for tuning in. That's a wrap,
bro. Good.
Man, hey, you stop.